Well, good afternoon, everybody. If you're on the East Coast, and if you're on the West Coast, also afternoon. If you're elsewhere in the world, it could be anytime. I don't know. Maybe you're staying up in the middle of the night to watch this, in which case I'm very flattered. Welcome. We're going to do some drawing together. You know, it's springtime and the animals are coming out everywhere. Here in North Carolina, we actually have bears. And do you know what you call a toothless bear? A gummy bear. Amazing. I think it's time for us to do some drawing, so let's get right to it. Now this is You Draw It, which is where I draw something and then you follow along step by step. And since it is springtime, I thought we'd do a little kind of a springtime animal of a sort. Won't give it away just yet, we'll just start drawing and see how it goes. All you need is a pencil, a crayon, a marker, a pen, a stick, doesn't matter. And we're off to the races. Are you ready? So first thing we're gonna do is a line like that. See how it's at a little bit of an angle? It's not perfectly up and down, but if you draw it perfectly up and down, you know what? It's still going to look great. So do not sweat it. Do not worry about it. All right. Next, here comes one of those big C curves. Now I'm going to draw this C curve and I'm going to make it longer than this line. So watch carefully. I'm going to come out this way and then down like that. That is step 2. Numero dos. All right, now I'm just going to connect them. Simple as that. Connect those 2 lines. All righty. Here we go with the next step. Watch this. I'm going to do a little bit of a curved line like this and stop right there. Not a very long line, right? Not as long as that other C curve. It's just a short one. A little bump. Now up here, I'm actually going to take this same line I was drawing before, and I'm going to continue it. So watch that. We go down like this, and we stop right about there. And again, I'm going to connect these. Here they go. Connect the lines. I'll pause for a moment, and I'm going to say hello to everybody. Thanks for watching. I hope you're having a good time with this, and I hope that you're drawing along with me. All righty. Next step. Here it comes. Big looping line like that. What do you think? What do you think this might be? I should probably check the chat and see what everybody thinks here. All righty. I'm always curious to know. Sometimes people are good at guessing really early. And I like to see a bird. Someone said a bird. Interesting. It's an interesting guess. What else? Elephant. A dog. Oh, Ryan. I have to tell you something, Ryan. You are a sharp cat. A sharp cat indeed. All right, well, let's keep it going. Are you ready? All right, everybody's caught up, right? Watch this. Here comes a little loop, bloop, just like that. Now I'm going to do a triangle, but it's going to be at an angle, so watch carefully. I'm going to start from this little corner right here, go down like that, and then I'm going to connect like so. All righty? And then I'm just going to make a line down like that. All right, let's see. Ryan says, boom. Yeah, you did it, Ryan. You got it right, and you got it right early. All righty, everybody ready? Watch this. Little line like that. Okay, now we're going to do some lines on the other side. Watch carefully because they're not going to be quite as long. Ready? Here comes a little triangle. But it's going to stop here. Now, look, it's not quite as long as that other one, right? And then same thing here. This line's going to come out here and stop there. Not quite as long as this line. And now, another little line like that. I think by now people are getting a pretty good hang of what this is. Are you not? Okie dokie. Now, here comes the next little part. This is going to be another sort of a short diagonal line. So I'm not going to draw straight out this way. I'm actually going to draw straight down like this. Watch, little bump like that and stop. All right, it's a short one. Now here comes a little bit of a curved line. I'm going to pop it up like that. Stop again. And now I'm going to connect this little bit right here to about halfway through this line. Ready? Just like that. I'll pause for a moment. Am I going too fast? Please tell me in the chat. Say, Kyle, slow down. Or if I'm going too fast, you have to tell me as well. Wait, I just said that twice, didn't I? Do you think I should get an espresso? My goodness. All right, let's carry on. Ready? Here we go. This line's coming straight down. I'm going to stop. And look, it's about the same length as that line, right? We're going to stop at about the same spot right there. And then just a little notch. Whoop. Little notch. Now, about halfway up this curved line, watch what I do. Here it comes, a little bit of a bump, and then I'm going to stop right there. Okay. Now here comes one of the longest lines in the drawing, so pay attention. Now, if it's not totally straight, do not worry. If it's got some wobble to it, if it's got a curve to it, you're still going to be just fine. Remember, these drawings are not about being exactly like what I do, or perfect, perfect, perfect. Nobody cares about that, right? So look at that line. See how long that is? It's higher than this, right? And I'd say it's about twice as long as that line. These are some ways to think about things when you're drawing. Measure and compare them to other lines in your drawing. Say, well, I think that line's about twice as long as that one, or half the length of that one. All right. Now here comes another big curve. Are you ready? Pop it out and connect it there. Let's see. Yes, it is a grasshopper. Or a cricket. Sure, it could be either one. Listen, I'm not an expert. Somebody who's an expert on the difference between grasshoppers and crickets can fill me in, all right? Or let us know in the chat. Now here comes another very long line. Are you ready? Long line. Look at that. See how long that is? Probably the longest line in the whole drawing, right? And then a nice bump like that. And that, of course, is the back leg of our grasshopper / cricket friend, right? All right, now I'm going to start here connecting this line. I'm going to pass through here and pick it up again. And here it comes out the other side, just past the leg and up like so. So we're moving out and up. All righty. Kind of insect, says PM. Yes. All right, ready. Somebody said Jiminy Cricket, I think. Okay, now we have to do this wing. So the way I like to do the wing to get it right is I like to actually start here, and I do 2 lines to make this easy on myself. So I'm going to do a little bump like this, a curve, and then I stop like that. Because I don't want to try and make this whole line in one pass. It's a little too difficult. So I pause for a moment. I can lift up my pencil, lift up your pen, lift up your marker, and then continue drawing that line back towards the leg like that. Okay. Now the other part of the wing, watch this. I'm just going to curve it up like that. Stop again, because I want to make this easy for myself. So I pick up my pencil, I stop, and then I continue drawing like this. Now that has to come out the other side, and I'll show you how. I'm actually going to take it and I'm going to curve it down until it meets this spot right here. Are you ready? If you have to do this in 2 lines, no problem. I could pick it up like that, pause for a second, and then carry on drawing like that. If you have to make a really long line, sometimes it's easy to pause, right? You don't have to do it all in one pass. Now the rest of the wing. Now before I continue the rest of the wing, I want to show you something. We're going to interrupt all of this with a C curve like that. Okay? And then we're going to finish our wing up like that. Tiny little curve at the end. See that? Just a little one. And look, we're almost done with this grasshopper. Now what about the back legs? Okay, watch this. I'm just going to take a line and I'm going to stop it at about the same height as this one. See where this one's coming? I'm gonna just pretend I'm drawing a straight line out here. That's where I wanna stop that line. Okay, so I can kind of measure out like this and then just go straight up like that. And then I can take that other bump and intersect the other leg. Now, if you don't intersect it, so what? It doesn't make any difference. Your grasshopper still is going to look fantastic. Now I'm looking at that line. I'm going to pick it up on the other side here. Just carry it up. And then I'm going to come down like that. And there we have another leg. Okay. Now pause for a second. Let's see how we're doing. Yeah, Ryan got it. But so did you. Oh, question about whether this could be done in Photoshop and Fresco? Oh, sure. Or just a piece of paper. You certainly don't need a computer to do any of this. Pencil and paper is all you need. If you happen to have an iPad and you want to play around in Fresco, lovely. Doesn't matter. Alrighty, ready? Now, how about some antenna? I'm just going to come out from about where the eye is starting right here and do a nice long one out like this. And then I'm going to start at exactly the same spot, but I'm just going to bring the curve down like that. So they're not exactly the same. They're separated a little bit as you get out towards the end of those lines. All right, now we have this other leg we haven't yet finished, right? In this middle section of the body. So watch this. Right here, I'm just going to draw a line down and stop right there. I want it to be about the same length down as this foot in the front. And then I'm going to do a tiny little mark like that. Okay. Well, we're almost there, folks. Here comes a beautiful, big grasshopper eye. Are you ready? See that? We'll make it into an oval like that. And now you have some choices. You could color the whole thing in, or you could do a little circle like this, right? I think that's kind of nice. You could draw another line inside it like that if you really want to get fancy. All right. But watch this. I'm just going to color the whole thing in because that's the easiest thing to do. And that really makes your grasshopper look cute, I think. But I leave it up to you. The choice is yours. And we're going to make this grasshopper smiling. It's springtime. The grasshopper's happy to be out. So here's just a little C curve right there. And there's a happy, smiling grasshopper. Now, details. Are you ready? Little line here, little line there, little line here, little line there. You can put them anywhere you want. Little tiny lines. They just add some nice detail. And maybe I'll put like a C curve here. Make that look a little fancier. And then for what I believe is called the thorax, somebody help me out with my vocabulary, please. This section here under the wing. Anybody know what that's called? I just do a few lines in there like that, because I think that looks more grasshoppery. And since it's a grasshopper, you can throw in some grass. So one little line like that, and another like that. And then a 1 and a 2. Maybe some under here. 1 and 2, 1, 2. And back here, 1 and 2, and a 1. And there is that grasshopper sitting in the grass. Ready to leap. Alrighty, let's see here. Moves to the music. Oh, people talk about the music. Yeah, there's music in the background. I can't hear it, but you can. So check out your grasshopper, enjoy your grasshopper, make it your own, okay? Customize this grasshopper however you want. And in the meantime, I want you to be thinking about an animal and an activity. Because yes, folks, it's that time again where you suggest an animal doing something or holding something or just being weird, okay? And I will attempt to draw it in a very short amount of time. This is the animal and activity game. So I'll be looking at the chat to see what it is that you suggest, and then we'll be going from there. And we should have just enough time when I'm done for a little art tip, okay? So it's the animal activity game. I'm gonna start looking at the chat for some suggestions and see what we have here. Somebody said thorax. Yeah, so is that what I said, thorax? I hope I got that right, for this back part of the grasshopper. I don't know. I am not a, what is it, entomologist? Who are the people who study insects? Boy, all these words I just don't know, folks. Listen, I was an art major. I know about drawing. I can tell you some things about drawing. All right, we have a sloth playing tennis. Tremendous, a sloth playing tennis. I like that idea. I just have to think about how to draw a sloth. I have some visions in my mind of what a sloth looks like. An elephant making his best gumbo stew. We just did an elephant last week, I believe. An owl diving into a pool. An elephant. Everyone loves elephants. Elephant eating ice cream. Something playing a violin. What animal though? What? A rabbit doing a handstand. A rabbit doing a handstand. I like that idea. I might do that one. A chihuahua dancing. A horse running. A mantis playing piano. Ooh, more insects for me to learn how to draw. Doesn't a mantis have a head that's kind of shaped like this, right? If I remember correctly, I believe that's that mantis-y kind of head. It's kind of creepy. Mantises creep me out a little bit. What else we have here? A sloth playing ping pong. More sloths. Everybody likes the sloths. Okay, here's my homework, folks. I've got to look up how to draw sloths and hedgehogs. I get hedgehog requests all the time. I get sloth requests all the time. Now, I did see one that I really liked there. It was a rabbit doing a handstand. I think that's pretty fun. Because I'm imagining also that this rabbit is performing in some way, right? So that handstand must be part of some kind of a performance. All right, I tell you what, I'm going with the rabbit doing the handstand, folks. Whew, wish me luck. Are you ready? Okay, got to roll up the sleeves. And this is where we do a sketch. So I go for a light color. And I have to think, okay, what are the shapes I want to draw? What's the angle I want to draw and all that business? Now the rabbit's going to be upside down. So I'll show you a trick. It's hard to draw things upside down. So what you can do is draw them right side up. Just turn your paper around. All right. So I'm just going to turn my paper around upside down and slide it over this way and then draw the rabbit right side up. And then when I'm ready to finish, I'll turn it back around. Okay. So there's a little trick for you. All right, so this rabbit is going to be doing a handstand. I'm going to make it do a fancy handstand where its legs are out. All right, here it comes. Rabbit. I got to remember gravity so that the ears are flopping down like so. Flippity flop. And I want to have this rabbit looking at the ground where it's balancing. Okay. And maybe, oh, you know, we got to have those big rabbit teeth, because what's cuter than that? So big rabbit teeth like that. All right, and now we got to do that stretchy bit here where the rabbit is reaching down and doing the handstand. I'm trying to think what a hand looks like on the ground. So I wouldn't see the thumb, it would be behind. There we go. And then I'm gonna kick the body back this way a little bit. And I'm gonna make this rabbit wearing a funny outfit, like a vest and a poofy shirt. Why? Don't ask me why. It's just, these things are not important, folks. This is the fun part of the job. You just gotta make it look fun. All right, now the other arm needs to be coming out from here. Same puffy shirt. And I'm going to have this hand open for balance. Middle, and then like that. Up, 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 up. Balancing out that way. Actually, let's do this. Let's kick this leg out this way. And this leg out that way. There we go. Make it a little smaller. I'm running out of space on my paper. Sometimes I draw a little bit too big, right? And there we go with that foot. So that's coming this way, that's coming that way. And bend those legs out a bit like that. Maybe like a circusy kind of a bunny. Big Big buttons on this vest, stripes on the sleeves, the puffy sleeves, like that. And then there's our ground. Okay, well, what comes next? What do I need to do next? So next, I have to go ahead and draw darker on top of it, right? So this is where I do those confident lines. We go 1 and 2. A little darker on the top of the eye. This is a trick you can do to add a little personality to your characters, is make the top lid of the eye, or the top section of the eye rather, a little thicker, okay, or darker. Alrighty. There we go. I like it when bunnies have these funny shaped side bits here on the head like that. I just think that's funny. I don't know where I saw that. I know I've seen it in cartoons or somewhere. Alrighty, there we go. And then the inside of that ear and the inside of that one. Here comes that vest. Big button, big button. Let's throw another big button in there. Why not? Bop, 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 bop. Maybe even a little pocket on each side. Ooh, this is a fancy bunny. Here comes that other arm. Out we go. And there's that cuff. The stripes on the sleeve. Vest comes up and over. This arm coming all the way down here. And we're stretching out like this and getting that other hand on the ground, just like that. Okie dokie. And now down to the leg. Then kick this out this way. Boom. Some lines. Just like that. And now the big bunny feet. Boom, boom. And now this one out this way. Boom. And let's see how we did by rotating the paper back around. Forgot this little hand? No worries. I can easily take care of that. Boom. And there we go with the fingers. All right, let's turn off that sketch that we did earlier and we can check it out. I think that looks okay. I like it. I'm happy with it. Great suggestion. Bunny doing a handstand. Now, who would have thought of that? We have just enough time for a quick art tip. Are you ready? Well, here it goes. Boom, 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 boom. All right, here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna look at the importance of alternating shapes for certain kinds of patterns. You ever try and draw bricks, or do you ever try and draw feathers or things like that? Well, look, I want to show you the importance of alternating. So let's say I'm doing some scales on a dragon. So I do a little row like this, okay? Now for the next row, what I want to do is I don't want to start in the same place and do that. Instead, you alternate. Look, I go in between these, in between these, in between these, right? See what that does? That gives you a much better scaly look. Same thing for feathers. You're doing feathers. Here's that long shape. Doing some feathers, excuse me. I'm gonna overlap and have them go in between the others, okay? And then same with like bricks. So you got some bricks on a wall. Brick, brick. Where should the next row of bricks go? It should go in between. See, and then we alternate. We alternate. And that's the way you do it. So next time you've got to draw something like that, think about this alternating and give that a try. Well, thanks again, folks, for joining me. That was so much fun. It's another week, so we've got 3 more, right? Or sorry, 2 more for this week. So 3 shows per week. And I'm having a great time with these. I hope you are too. Please send me your drawings. I love to see them. Everybody stay safe, stay healthy, and I'll see you again tomorrow, same time. Take care. Thank you.